All right, let's learn how to play Do Re Mi by Rodgers and Hammerstein from The Sound of Music. It is such a classic tune, and it's so much fun to play on piano, and everyone loves to hear it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this song here. And so on. So anyways, let's jump right into it. I'm going to break down the right hand and the left hand, and you can follow along with the sheet music if you want. You can also download that down in the description as well. But I'm going to break it down for you hand by hand, note by note, and we're going to see how it goes together. And as always with my tutorials, I'll do a couple measures, and then we'll pause, and you can always pause and practice and then come back to it. So here's how we're going to start. This is a slightly simplified arrangement that I made. It uses a C chord here to start, C, E, G. So we're in a C position, 1 octave below middle C. So here's middle C, my pinky's down there. Right hand is going to be in a C position, C, D, E, F, G, like this. And at the same time as the C chord in the left hand, we're going to hit the note C in the right hand. So we're going to hit C together, and then the melody goes D, E, C, E, C, E. And you know the rhythm of this one most likely. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the left hand chord is just going to hold there. You can play it more times if you want, if you know how to, but otherwise just follow what I'm doing there. We just hold C, D, E, C, E, C, E. Then we can keep our right hand in the same position and our left hand, and then we're going to hit D, F, and G together. And if you have trouble hitting all three of those together, you can simplify it and just hit the F and the G together there. And then my right hand's going to play a D at the same time and do D, E, F, F, E, D, F. Just like that. So one more time. D, E, F, F, E, D, F. So all together, let's put together those first 4 measures. So if you want to pause right now and practice those parts first, I recommend that, and then we can continue. But here is the next part. We play that C chord again in our left hand, and our right hand's in the same spot. Now we start the melody with an E. So it's a similar melody, but now starting on E, and we do E, F, G, E, G, E, G. Okay, so one more time, that's E, F, G, E, G, E, G. And then we're going to go back to that same D, F, G in our left hand. With our right hand, we do want to play F, but I don't want to use my ring finger here. I'm going to scoot over my middle finger because we're going to play F, and notice how my hand shifts there, G, A, G, F, A. Okay, so there our hand was here, but we want to try and hit F with that third finger, the middle finger, F, G, A, G, F, A. Okay, so let's just put those 2 new parts together, and then we'll continue. So. Alright, so that is that first half of the piece. As I mentioned before, pause if you need and practice what you need to work on before moving on. But here's the next part. So after we finish with our pinky on A, we're going to lift our hand and replace it back to where we were. And we're going to hit that C chord again. And we're going to hit the note G at the same time. So we're going to hit those together. We're going to hit G. And then we're going to scale up like this. C, D. And then I'm going to tuck my thumb to play E, F, G, A. Okay, now you don't have to follow my exact fingers. These are just my recommendations, but it's G, C, D, E, F, G, A. And now when we land on the A there, my left hand is going to change from playing C, E, G to C, F, A, like that. Okay, so let's put that part together again, nice and slow. Just like that. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but now starting on A. So after I finish there, I'm going to move my hand over so my pinky's on A. My left hand's going to play a D major chord, D, F sharp, and A. And I'm going to play that D major chord, D, F sharp, A, at the same time as A. And I'm going to do A, D, E, F sharp, tuck my thumb to G, G, A, B. Okay, so that's A, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. And when I land on the B there, my left hand changes to a G chord of D, G, B. So we go from D, F sharp, A to D, G, B. Okay, so let me put that part together, and then we'll put the last few measures together. So we got the newest part. All right, right, so let's go two measures. We're gonna go 2 measures back here to this part here. So we start here. Pinky's gonna replace, we come to the D chord. All right, so as I keep mentioning, right, don't be afraid to pause the video and practice everything we've learned, rewind, rewatch as many times as you want. That's the beauty of a tutorial. You don't have to memorize it all on the spot. So after we finish here with the D, G, B, and the B, I'm gonna bring my pinky to B there, so I'm gonna move my hand, and then my left hand just scoots up to an E major chord, E, G sharp, B. And we hit that E major chord, E, G sharp, B with the right hand B, and we're gonna do the same pattern, but we have F sharp and G sharp. So E, F sharp, G sharp, tuck my thumb, A, B, C. So one more time, that's B, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C. Now when I land on the C, we have to change chords to an A minor chord, and I use E, A, C there. Just like that. So that part together. And then the last 2 measures here, here's how we finish it. We're gonna play B and then B flat, but make sure you use your thumb for the B so you don't have to get your thumb up to the black note. We go B, B flat. Okay, so that's, we were on E, A, C with C, and we do B, B flat. I'm gonna try and cross my middle finger there. F chord, F, A, C, and we hit that with A, F by itself, come up to a G chord, G, B, D, and hit a B in the right hand, B, G by itself, and then we're gonna hit this C and go down to a C chord. C, G, E, D, and then you can repeat from there. So let's take a look at those last couple measures, and then we'll put it all together. So that was with the F chord, with the G chord, and with the C chord. And that's it. That is the main little chorus part of the piece, and that's all we're covering in this tutorial. So before we wrap up, I do want to just play it one more time, and then I'll let you know some things that will help you practice this piece. So here it is all the way from the beginning. So on. So that is all for this tutorial. Like I said, when you watch tutorials, don't feel like you have to keep up with me, right? I'm trying not to make the video super long, right? Too long, but whenever we get through a part and I say, okay, that's that part, pause it, practice that part, rewind, watch it again, write down the letters if you need on a piece of paper, whatever you need to do to help you learn the song is all that matters to get your finger moving. And as always, practice part by part, go slow. The more you try and learn at once, the longer it takes to learn a song. So rather learn less and practice slow, and you'll actually learn faster and learn more in one day. So have fun practicing this one. If you have any questions, drop a comment below, and be sure to subscribe and follow to Digital Piano School on all social medias to keep up with all of our lessons.